chasing the stars, we'll stride into the dawn. Never back down till the battle is won. Face each foe with hearts brave and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you.
Hello, I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Some Jerk with a Camera's review of Shrek 4D.
Few forces in the universe are stronger than three powerful Jews who want to be even more powerfulier.
The three Juges, I guess?
So, DreamWorks SKG was founded, and finally workers could make decent livings manufacturing dreams. Personally, I get them for free every time I sleep at night, but what do I know? Scam!
What is this thing you call sleep?
They weren't the first to try, of course, but the other rival studios mostly just copied the Disney formula. Katzenberg knew DreamWorks had to be different.
Yeah, instead of copying Disney's tactics, just rip off their story concepts wholesale.
In the words of Katzenberg himself, it defined what a DreamWorks movie could and should be.
Ah yes, the movie animators were assigned to as punishment for fucking up on Prince of Egypt.
After all, it is the film that told Hollywood, let's put Mike Myers in children's movies. Ah! Clown demon!
And yet still not as scary as the 2019 Cats.
Also, let's put Eddie Murphy in an animated movie. Disney would never be hip enough to do that. Really? 3 years earlier? Huh. No wonder Donkey has a dragon fetish. Me. And it was released on DVD, and on Netflix, and YouTube, and given away free with your breakfast. But other than that, you can only see it by paying to visit this theme park.
To be fair, you don't get the in-theater effects at home, unless you're really committed.
As you may remember, when 3D was the big new thing for theaters and home systems, Katzenberg was one of the biggest advocates of doing 3D right.
If you want to put out a 3D movie, you better put out a quality product or the customers aren't going to go, and they shouldn't.
Well, apparently the man just couldn't wait for Blu-ray. Included free with this DVD were these.
Well, remember, this was the man who tried to cut part of your world from The Little Mermaid and successfully cut The Love Is Gone from Muppet Christmas Carol because he thought they were too slow. Patience isn't the man's strong suit.
Remember when I talked about how effectively The Simpsons ride mocks rides while still being a ride?
No.
Well, get ready to abandon all that pesky nuance in favor of a slimy green middle finger pointed in the general direction of Anaheim.
I mean, that's not only a tradition of Shrek, but Universal Studios. Remember, those Mickey ears in Jurassic Park weren't there by accident.
Okay.
And Jerk was never seen again.
Look, the talking cookie told me to leave. What, suddenly I'm not supposed to obey theme park warnings?
I mean, that doesn't stop half of all theme park guests.
You know, a lot has been written about how Lord Farquaad was basically just a Michael Eisner caricature because Katzenberg was still butthurt over not inheriting Frank Wells' job, but does the metaphor really hold if he banishes the fairy tales? Wouldn't Eisner be more likely to exploit them mercilessly and put them all to work in sweatshops making their own merchandise?
He's out of line, but he's right.
What? You thought these characters couldn't turn into ghosts? You thought death meant something? You actually thought that just because there's no ghosts in any of these movies that there'd be no ghosts in any of these movies?
Yeah, but this is the kind of world where ghosts could be a thing, so why not?
Oh, and by the way, remember the time when they killed the shark in Jaws? Oops, ghost shark!
I mean, it's less ridiculous than what actually kept Jaws coming back in those movies.
Or the time Gaston basically killed himself in Beauty and the Beast?
No one floats like Ghoston, no one gloats like Ghoston, no one crashes a dance and show boats like Ghoston.
Well, I personally wouldn't complain.
Spaz?
Yeah?
Are you a ghost?
Yeah.
When the hell did you die?
Well, there's some debate about that, actually. Authorities are still
You
investigating.
got eaten by Figment, didn't you?
He was hungry! You don't know him like I do! Shut up!
I don't know what I dislike more, the idea that Figment would eat people, or the fact that Charlie absolutely would give his life for the animated little fucker.
Look, I know you've served me well in my outtake specials and that movie that'll never come out.
Actually, All Critics Must Die did eventually see the light of day. Should probably review it at some point.
But, well...
What?
Cosby impressions are no longer funny.
Debatable that they ever were.
Do you ever get tired of being the straight man?
You coming on to me?
I'm sure somebody ships it.
So the show starts proper with, what else? A Disney Slam!
And stay in it! The Frog Mafia don't take too kindly to any horning in on our friends' business. Capiche?
I knew Kermit was involved in shady business dealings.
So, tell me, old friend, what brings you here to see me?
Hey, at least they did something kind of clever with it.
Ah! Shrek! Shrek! I feel dead people.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time Eddie Murphy was involved in a theme park related film that made that reference, I'd have 2 nickels.
Dad?
Yes.
I see dead people.
So the ghost of Farquaad reveals himself and brings the Great Stone Dragon to life somehow.
Eddie Murphy destroyed one once, he can do it again.
One little spot!
Figment?
The beast is dead! Yes!
Please, if over a decade of a poorly maintained, mediocre attraction hasn't killed Figment by now, nothing will.
Wait, wouldn't that make him a ghost?
So, why is Ghost Figment a kaiju?
Wait. Fire destroys ghosts? Fire? So, Venkman, Ray, Egon, and Winston could have been using flamethrowers the whole time?
I'm not entirely convinced they weren't. Okay, I'm shockingly short on jokes for the Pac-Man bit, so let's skip ahead and... Well, that was a mistake.
Who the hell is editing this?
You know, the biggest missed opportunity of this video is that it doesn't end with a Duck Amuck style reveal of the editor. Though I will admit, ending with this Tomorrowland parody setting up the Escape from Tomorrow review was pretty good. As was the rest of this review. Despite the unfortunate nature of Kill Bosby, among other gags that haven't aged the best, the ghosts were a fun addition to an overall good time. I'm the review reviewer. You review it, I review you.
Teals, have you seen the guys? My scrying spell says they're in here, but I don't see them anywhere.
Oh, they're inside the day escape.
They're what? Get them out of there this instant!
Don't worry, Misty, they're fine.
Telia, last time you sent Reviewer into a computer, it nearly got everyone killed. So excuse me for being a little paranoid.
Okay, chill, I can drag them out, but I can contact them and ask them to come back. Hey guys, Mista seems to think that you're in danger in there.
Alright, tell her we'll be out soon.
Me.
Well, it was worth a shot. Probably best if we...
Oh my gosh! I finally found you!
And who are you? Some kind of security program?
Oh, actually no. My name's Moki, and I'm your daughter!
Beg pardon?